hidden. The easiest explanation to this is if you would to imagine that a certain flower had a special meaning. A certain color represented something very unique and special to you. Or even a musical tune. Just think what that's like. You would have a collection of special things that have a story behind them that makes those things important in some way that is totally unique to you. As you grew in life, you would begin to have this invisible story among seemingly mundane things in this reality. Now imagine that as a kid you detected this invisible, unique story behind those particular mundane things. Maybe just a knowing as a feeling, but undefinable to you by words or concepts. Just the knowledge, the detection of sort of a second reality to bits of your life that you can't really account for. At what point does it become appropriate to ask, what the heck is this? Or why do I detect this story, but I shouldn't have a story? I have not spent my time with this, and yet I have something there that my time in this reality does not account for. People can talk about past life memories and something called morphic resonance, but what I mean to say is this type of idea, this kind of spreads out in various tangents. And some of these things tend to stick with you. There was always just this desire to validate that second life or that second knowledge, or to qualify it, to quantify it into tidy, collectively defined parameters like karma or Akashic record or collective field of morphic resonance or other some such. But some of us grew up knowing it's not just knowledge, but that it moves somehow, it functions. And it functions in a way that data only does not. So you begin to learn as much as possible to search for some, descriptions of what the heck this is. You learn, which is difficult because there are so many tangents and so many of these concepts, and when you're reading them, they don't fill out until after you've read the 500-page book to try to understand what the author is talking about before you can draw any conclusions that maybe possibly this person's articulation is applicable to what you are continually looking for. What I'm going to attempt to do among these videos is explain indirectly what and where that functionality is. I know that I was drawn to the concepts of creating one's own reality, even though my wording, my way of saying things was different. This was 15 years ago. Most of what I've seen among my hidden folks, my other contacts out of the industry, in the industry, let's say, has been kind of missing some fundamental element, and just the technology of it just was not becoming in the way of art, as in truth and beauty. The idea that when something really clicks, it becomes true, it becomes beautiful, it enhances the sum of its parts to become greater. And my data, others' data, industry standard, they were all just falling short of that becoming. So I continued to bust my ass, and I have found some totally awesome things, which I will also be sharing here. They deal with, like I said, the what and where of this invisible fundamental functionality.